Manchester United Football Club, former treble winners, superstars, but most of all fighters. A team of leaders and characters led by one of the biggest characters of them all. With Sir Alex Ferguson at the helm, Manchester United were one of the biggest and most feared teams in club world football. They genuinely, almost single-handedly ruined my childhood. But years of mismanagement and instability have left them a shadow of their former selves. So what the f*** happened to Manchester United? Guys, it's so warm. I'm not even gonna lie to you. My fan has been put into turbo GTI Ultra drive mode and my head is still physically hot. But not as hot as if I was a United fan.
Oh no! You're having a laugh! It's 4-0 after 34 minutes!
The Red Devils hit an all-time low yesterday when they were pumped 4-0 away against West Londoners Brentford. 4 goals, all within the first 35 minutes, coming from Josh Da Silva, Matthias Jensen for his first ever Premier League goal, new signing Ben Mee, and Frenchman Brian Mbeumo buried United before the game had even really got into its full flow. United fans are quite rightfully planning a walkout protest against Liverpool next. The players walked out during this one. Harry Maguire can't even walk into the correct changing room before the game's kicked off. How do you expect this man to lead Manchester United when he doesn't even know his directions properly? Harry, mate, if you could just mark the man to your left-hand side, please. Harry, please, come on. And following on from the loss on the opening day of the season to Brighton, United, with their now awful goal difference, find themselves rock bottom of the Premier League table. And after the expectations of a pretty positive pre-season, United fans are going to be shocked seeing the table now.
Easy top 3. If I'm not 16!
Just turn it upside down, lads. It'll make you feel a lot better than you currently are. This is genuinely getting out of hand. This is one of the worst Manchester United squads or performances that I've ever seen in my life. No offense to Brentford, okay? They can beat anyone on their day. They've got good football players. They play nice football. But 4-0! 30% of their squad is just regens from Denmark. And everybody was at fault, okay? And we'll start from the back because David De Gea had an absolute howler. Poppadom hands for the first goal. Him trying to make a simple save for a ball trickling into the bottom corner is a sight to behold. United once tweeted this: "They shall not pass." Ironically, David De Gea couldn't pass, trying to play out from the back for Brentford's second goal.
Jensen's onto it here and Brentford on another.
This is the security that David De Gea actually offers in goal. Erik must have been fuming on the touchline, seeing him at fault for the second as well.
He's done it again! That is a foul! Fucking little bastard!
I can't get over the first goal. Even Josh Da Silva doesn't know how it went in. I know we've spoken about Lisandro Martinez's lack of height. He could get an under-16s train ticket and the inspector wouldn't question anything. The reality is, for the third goal, Ben Mee getting in at the back post and nodding it in pretty comfortably is kind of partly down to Lisandro Martinez not being much of an aerial presence. I mean, he made a hash of it. I know he was slightly off balance for the ball being headed back across goal, but you have to impose yourself as a centre-back in that situation. For all of Harry Maguire's flaws, I feel like if that was him, he would have positioned himself a lot better, and naturally having a bit more height and jumping reach would have at least been able to block it. The poor guy must have been genuinely petrified seeing Ben Mee jump for that one.
This is big! This is huge! This is massive!
And Ben himself wasn't going to miss out on the opportunity for a tweet after this game, saying, "I don't normally post after matches, but then again, I don't normally score in a 4-0 win against Man United." I just can't get over this. 4-0 to Brentford. I honestly love Brentford as a football club. I love how they run. But I'll give you 10 seconds to name the guys stood behind Ben Mee here. You can't do it. Jadon Sancho's highlights for this game are not promising whatsoever. Marcus Rashford's distracted trying to describe how his club lost to a side nicknamed the Bees.
Did you know that according to the theory of aerodynamics, and as may well be demonstrated by means of a wind tunnel, the bumblebee shouldn't be able to fly? You see, because of its size, weight, and shape in relation to its total wingspan.
And Scott McTominay is genuinely reaching dangerous levels of incompetence. You're playing in fluorescent kits, yeah? Standing out like lollipop men in the centre circle, and you still can't play the ball to a teammate. Erik Ten Hag's personal team talk to the Scotsman is gonna lay down the law for him.
You do seriously surprise me.
Thank you, Chef. I was hoping you'd see that. I mean, I'd give it all I got.
Give you 110. You surprise me to how shit you are.
Meanwhile, Fred's reaching all-time high levels of frustration watching Scott give the ball away for the 37th time in the first half.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God!
These lot are genuinely playing like they're on zero chemistry. Red lines all over the place. What do you even say if you're Erik ten Hag going in at half-time in your second league game as manager, 4-0 down to a side that got promoted 2 years ago? These players are lucky they're not coached by Roy Keane. He would be Royal Rumbling his way into the dressing room with immediate effect. Anthony Elanga getting tables, ladders and chairs through the coat hangers in the dressing room, and he wasn't even playing. Is Erik part of the problem? I mean, look, listen, it's only been 2 games, but he doesn't seem quite the same man when he's not playing against Stroop Waffle Warriors FC. Listen, he just wants to get out of there. He's on his way back to the Eredivisie by Monday morning.
To get back to that wall.
If I was him, I'd walk. I can't be managing this group of invalids for longer than 4 weeks. And if he does go, there's only one man for the job.
Give it Giggsy to the end of the season.
If he's not in prison by then. As for Cristiano Ronaldo, after getting benched for the Brighton game, he started here and he couldn't change his side's fortunes. Poor Ron is getting offered out to clubs and they're saying no. Inter Milan willingly just took Romelu Lukaku back and they're saying no to Ronaldo. Do you understand how disrespectful that is? At least he can get cheered by Portuguese Saturday League 3rd Division West fans when he has to drop down into that division. And Aaron Hickey's challenge on him yesterday probably represents how his transfer window's going. Honestly, guys, these lot are a laughing stock right now. This genuinely has to be an all-time low. You've got Brentford tweeting out they've beaten 4-0 and Brighton responding saying join the club. This isn't even a proper FTW, but it's a shithousery award. Drinks breaks were being held at points during this one because of the adverse heat in the UK right now. Brentford's was very different to Manchester United's. Arsenal Fan TV heard about the result after their 4-2 victory against Leicester.
Breaking news! Wait.
United fans, please, look, for your own sanity, just give up. Speak to your kids, have a nice day with the family, because this is just going to stress you out.
I'll say this directly to Man United fans, just lower your expectations, man. You're not a decent club anymore. You're not going to challenge for the title. Just be happy. Just embrace that.
But what are the real reasons as to why Manchester United are performing so badly right now? I mean, first of all, right, they're always shielded by the managers and the complaints of the owners, but the players have to take responsibility here for what is going on. These players, these collective players on paper are better than what they're showing right now. I mean, I guess there has to be question marks as to whether they actually are better than that. But when you look at the players on show here, you've got England internationals like Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw. These are genuinely players who performed well in getting to the final of the Euros, held their own in the final against the most informed side in Europe at that point, despite obviously then losing on penalties. Cristiano Ronaldo, there's not much more of an introduction that's needed into him. Bruno Fernandes came to the Premier League and was incredible in his first season. This group of players have thrown the towel in under numerous managers. Jose Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Ralph Rangnick, and they're already showing signs of doing it under Erik ten Hag, and he's only just come through the door. So whilst the club is rotten to the core and there's lots of issues going on there, the players have to look at themselves and understand that they are performing to about 10% of the ability they actually have. It's a toxic dressing room with characters that have far bigger egos than the actual performances they put out on the pitch. Ultimately, the starters in this squad are still some of those players that should be nowhere near Manchester United Football Club. But obviously, we have to go further above and beyond in this club to really identify the problem. Ultimately, it is the owners, okay? I've been here before where we've had terrible owners at a football club that just don't understand what they're doing. The Glazers are useless and are incompetent. And people will say, yeah, they've backed all the managers they've had financially, and that is true, they have. They've, without any sort of a plan, given any amount of money to any manager they've had so far. The problem isn't about the money that they're spending on players. I don't think, or I'd like to imagine, any Manchester United fans are annoyed about that, because they can't look at the transfers and the players that they bought and say that the board aren't willing to spend money. The problem is incompetence. They're not hiring the right people to make the decisions. Their recruitment is shocking. They're spending a lot of money, but they're spending it on players they shouldn't be spending that amount of money on. And I know it's Manchester United. If Man U make a bid on a player, the club that owns the player are going to ask for more money just because it's United. But Liverpool and Man City still buy the correct players for their system. They still buy the right type of player to fit into the ethos and philosophy of the club. The recruitment staff that they are hiring are not fit for purpose and are not good at their job. How are you chasing Frankie de Jong for an entire summer and not coming up with a suitable second option? They have no plan B. How is the plan B for Frankie de Jong Adrien Rabiot? He's not good. He's worse statistically than McTominay. There's no planning being put into place with these signings at all. How are you seriously, with a straight face, chasing Marco Arnautovic? He's a short-term, old striker that's just gonna fill a gap for a year like they've been doing for literally the last 5 seasons. With the exception of Takahiro Tomiyasu, no big club should be chasing a footballer that plays for Bologna unless they're a young talent for the future. Certainly not one that's in his mid-30s and has already played in the Premier League for Stoke City. Manchester United play Liverpool next, and honestly, Mo Salah could get 184 fantasy football points against them the way things are going. They have to try and bounce back from what was a disgraceful performance against Brentford, and I don't know if anyone in that changing room has the minerals to do it. I predicted United to finish 4th. I genuinely believed in the process after the start of pre-season they had. But still, where do you think Manchester United are going to finish? Because I'm seriously doubting myself. Let me know down in the comment section below, because I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to slap a like on it and subscribe if you're new to the channel, even if you're a United fan and you're not enjoying what's out on the pitch right now. For everybody else though, just rest assured, you're a joy to watch. You can also follow me on social media though. It is at @theofficialfng on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.